viewers, my name is Bukky. Welcome to my channel, your number one place where you learn about personal finance and career. So today I'll be talking about something that is really important for beginners into the world of investing, and that is my simple step-by-step guide on how to start investing with very little amount of money. And why did I say little amount of money? It is because most of us have this myth or have this belief that we cannot start investing until we have so much money, and this is not true. And that is why I have decided to use this video to take you through a simple step-by-step guide on how you can start investing even with that little amount of money which you think is not enough. Okay, without much ado, I would like us to take a deep dive already into the topic. Alright, welcome back. So in this 5 step-by-step guide, my first step for you would be create an investment account with a brokerage firm with little or no transaction fee. We want to make sure that, so where can you get those brokerage firms? You can get it in your city, or you can check out investment houses, or you can even check out your bank. Most banks actually offer these services right now for people with little income because they want them to also grow. So do ask your bank or your account officer about this thing. And then when you are looking for a brokerage firm, you want to compare, you want to make a research and compare these brokerage firms. And then another thing is you want to make sure that you are dealing with a brokerage firm that is licensed. That is really important, because if anything happens, you want to be able to make sure, you want to be sure that you are working with someone that is following the regulations, and that is really important. Now today, most people or most brokerage firms actually offer their services with little or no transaction fee. So currently most of those firms offer their services at 2%. So if you're getting anything above that, then you may want to take a closer look. Another thing you want to make sure you're doing is that you want to make sure that your offer doesn't contain any strange fees, for example like maintenance fees, or for example like recurring fees, because by the time you sum up all of these fees that are written in tiny dots, it might wipe off most of the value you've actually gained in your investment. So that is my first step for you. Now the second step in this whole process is to start with collective investment schemes such as mutual funds or ETFs. Why am I saying that? You know, the first part is that you created an account, and then the second part is that you will need to fund that account. Now when you use a collective scheme, right, you gain two things. Number one, you are buying a product that is professionally managed. So you have fund managers that have done all the research for you, they've done all the heavy lifting for you, and they are helping you to manage this fund. That's the number one. The second thing is that these funds are diversified. So you're not, when you're buying them, you're not just buying into one company, rather you're buying into several companies. And that is the second important thing, or second important reason why you should go for ETFs and mutual funds. Also, do not forget that you need to ask for the previous performance of these funds. This is really important, because then you can follow the history of these funds. And also really important is for you to know what is the composition of that fund, that is, what are the companies that makes up that fund, because then you can really assess, or you can easily know if that particular fund meets your risk appetite. All right, so, and that's why I would say you should go for ETFs first, ETFs or mutual funds, because going straight away as a starter, as a newbie into direct stocks can be very risky. Trust me, I've been there before and I know how I paid for it. All right, now the third thing is that after you've funded the account for the first time, you want to immediately create a direct credit that would keep funding that account the second month, the third month, the fourth month, the fifth month, and until you are tired of investing in that fund. And that way you are creating a system that works on its own, right? You're not thinking every month, oh, have I made my investment commitment? Oh, have I made? No, that is done for you because you have an automatic system at the back end which automatically debits your savings account and credits your investment account. So this is a very important step for you to do, right? You have to do this step to continue growing, because a time will come that you will no longer be a little starter or beginner investor, right? You will become a big investor, and you can only become a big investor if you actually follow through this process. The fourth step in this step-by-step guide is that you want to roll over the interest that accrues to you or the dividends. Now, some of these ETFs or some of these mutual funds actually pay you dividends on your investment. Now, don't take this interest as an harvest yet. Let me use that word. Don't take it as an harvest and then you can take it out and spend it. No, don't do that. Rather, you should roll it over, that is, put it back into the investment. And that way you are able to make your investment grow and continue to mature in such a way that you get interest on interest. You gain interest on interest. And if you're wondering, if you want to know how powerful this particular step is, check my video on compound interest and you will see what compound interest can actually do for your investment. All right. Now, the fifth step in this whole process, right, will be to journal about money. This is a very important process because this process helps you to ruminate, to meditate, to idealize, to think about how you want to grow in your investment. You journal about the mistakes you've made, you journal about the new steps you're taking, you journal about the ideas of investment you're having, you journal about your growth. You know, by the time a time will come when you look back, the mistakes you made when you started, you will realize that because you journal about them and you're learning from them, you're not making that same mistake again, right? And that is why it is really important. Just go ahead and write it out in that journal and follow through. All right, guys, thank you for staying onto this moment in this video. I'm going to stop there right now because I don't want to make it too long and then you're not able to follow through. Now, before I go, there are two things I want to give you. What is your own takeaway in this 5 step-by-step guide for investing for beginners, right? What is your own takeaway and what do you think would be the most difficult thing for you? Be free to share. Drop your answer in the comment section. I want to hear from you. Don't forget to also like this video. Click on the subscription button. It's really, really important, and also on the notification button, because when I release new videos, you get an alert saying, oh, the new video is up. Now, the second and last thing I want to share with you is that, remember, if you don't start the race, you can't win the race, right? And the same thing applies for your investment. If you don't start investing, you can't reap the gains of investing. And that is the word I'm going to leave with you today. Okay, so thank you for staying until the end. Don't leave this channel yet. Check my other videos and I will see you some other time. Bye bye.